Will the head of Lucasfilm and Star Wars be formally dismissed from the company? Well, if all rumors are true, the signs are pointing to yes. I've got the full scoop on that right now. Yeah, guys, and if this is true, after 10 years in the position, Kathleen Kennedy could be getting formally removed from the company. Now, this news comes in part from the direct, but majority of the source comes from YouTuber John Campea. I'm going to go ahead and play the clip where he talked about Kathleen Kennedy right now. Listen in closely.
I will tell you this. Last night, in the last 14 hours, last night I got an email from somebody very connected. And then this morning, I got a phone call from somebody even more connected that got in touch with me, two separate people completely independent of each other, that got a hold of me saying, oh, John, you said that Kathleen Kennedy's going to be more entrenched now that Iger's. I'm like, yeah, you're wrong. This is what I have heard. I have heard that the decision to remove Kathleen Kennedy has already been made and that she will be gone either sometime before or very, very, very shortly thereafter the release of Indiana Jones 5.
Now, if this does indeed prove to be true, we would be looking at a new president for Lucasfilm sometime in 2023. And by and large, guys, if you think about it, this news does make sense. You know, Bob Chapek, I'm sure you guys have heard, he was dismissed just a few days ago as the chief executive officer of Disney, and Disney went ahead and brought back Bob Iger as the CEO. Big changes are abound at Disney right now, and they could be looking at Lucasfilm, seeing that a lot of the Star Wars shows and movies haven't exactly been as big as they once were. Sure, a lot of fans seem to be in love with Andor, but a lot of other fans seem to absolutely hate it. It's like a hate it or love it type of show right now. And that actually seems to be the case with the sequel trilogy too, if you think about it. Most fans either absolutely love the sequel trilogy or they can't stand it. It's either one or the other. And this has really split the fan base whenever it comes to Star Wars. You look at some of the more recent shows, the Book of Boba Fett. Yeah, it was a pretty good show. I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty great. But a lot of fans thought that, you know, this show probably should have been a home run. I wouldn't categorize it as a home run. I mean, you had an existing character that fans absolutely loved and enjoyed, but a lot of folks were just kind of on the whole series, you know? It didn't seem to captivate what the character entailed when you look back at Star Wars back in the 70s. And even the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, you know, you guys were there for my countdown and watch party series for that event. And while I love the show, how many times did I tell you guys during those streams, when are we gonna see flashbacks of Anakin and Obi-Wan? We didn't get that until the next to last episode of the series. I feel like this should have been prominent throughout the entire series, but instead the series was focused way too much on Reva, which was perfectly fine, she's a cool character, but I thought the show was titled Obi-Wan Kenobi, right? Like I said, don't get me wrong, I think Reva's a great character, but this show should have been focused more so on Obi-Wan Kenobi, the trials and tribulations that he faced after his grueling duel on Mustafar with Darth Vader. Instead, the show became more and more like a cat and mouse game trying to save a young Princess Leia and learning more and more about Reva, the new character. It was cool and all, but I wanted more Kenobi personally. What about you guys? But of course, not every show has been a miss. You look at The Mandalorian and my goodness, guys, this show is critically acclaimed, one of the best shows on Disney Plus right now, and I can't wait for season 3 to see where that show is going to take us. It's going to be amazing, that's for sure, especially after how season 2 ended. So at the end of the day, I guess we'll just have to wait and see if Kathleen Kennedy is indeed on her way out sometime here in 2023, if John's sources are correct, which it sounds like they are pretty accurate most of the time, so it'll be interesting to see if that ends up being the case. We'll see if it ends up happening just before Indiana Jones 5 or right after the movie releases. Now, if there's anybody who would take Kathleen Kennedy's place, you guys already know who I feel like should be at the helm right now. It's no doubt that Dave Filoni should be at the helm whenever it comes to Lucasfilm. He has done a fantastic job with many animated series, from Star Wars The Clone Wars, Star Wars Rebels, Star Wars Tales of the Jedi, and helping out Jon Favreau in The Mandalorian. He knows Star Wars. He's the closest to George Lucas that we'll probably ever get. I think that he would be perfect at Lucasfilm. So hopefully that ends up happening if Kathleen is on her way out. Guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below on what you think on if Kathleen Kennedy is on her way out and who should be replacing her whenever it comes to leadership. I'll be reading all of those comments and getting back to you, so make sure you let me know what you guys think. Make sure you keep it clean down in the comment section as well. For more on Star Wars and this story, make sure you guys keep it locked right here on the weekly wrap-up. Go ahead and smash the like button on this video to spread the word. Go ahead and share it, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel with the bell notification turned on so you know when the next Star Wars video is posted on the channel. Until the next one, I'm Mates at the B. Albert Perkins, and we will see you in the next video. Until then, and as always, peace!